You did it again.
I did. Hello and welcome
did
back
the
to Hero
thing.
Studios Remnant Lunar Archon Session 62. Hope you're having a good night, or day, or morning. I don't know what your life is like, wherever you listen to things. You could be in the car, you could be at your kitchen table. I don't know what you're doing this. But welcome. We're happy to have you. We're gonna get into it since we're already a little bit late. I'll swap us over here and let's see who's gonna give the recap. Let's see, there are 5 of you. I will roll d6. And who did it last time?
Chris.
It was Chris.
Technically, it was me.
Alright, then I'll do it from the other 4 people then. Hey, Maury, you want to try to give the recap?
It will be a very bad recap.
Well, to be fair, we all kind of help each other anyway, so go for it. It'll be great.
We finally reached Friday after months of sessions. We're at Friday. Garand was doing his whole performance while Doug and Thicket and Gambit plus Lady Grace and Vania go rob this dude's house. I forget the reason why. I think they're looking for like proof as to like why he's a bad guy. Anyways, while looking through this dude's house, we found a Grim that like restrained Gambit for a little bit, but he's fine. He got out. I don't think we've killed the Grim yet. I forget.
You did.
So it could.
It was
we
shot
did.
with an ice arrow into a wall.
Okay. Grim's dead. All is good. Except there was explosion noise. And that was, I believe, where we left off at the session.
When the Grim grabbed Gambit, it seemed to give him some kind of vision, which was carnage and damage from Grim, whether it be killing people or destroying things or parts of it. And he also saw a barrel of gunpowder explode. And then a couple of minutes later, y'all hear the sound of an explosion coming from, relative to where y'all are, from the east. Which, over at the tavern, as far as he's aware with the perception he rolled, Garand has aware that he and this woman with green skin and effectively almost like leaves for clothes and in her hair also seem to react almost disgusted at having the sound interrupt her listening. Before then she smiled back at Garand and almost like ushered for him to continue. Yes, it was right as the sound went off, I believe. So, let's see. Doot. People in the house. How do you react? What do you do?
Did we all hear it?
Yes, all of you would have heard the...
Hey, give me 1 second.
You would have heard a big cuckoosh. That sounds kind of close enough.
I don't think that was part of the plan, right?
You're a spider.
Right.
No.
Thank you for reminding me. I forgot. I'm Spooter.
I am here to remind things. It's my job. Y'all have knocked out a couple of the guards.
Thicket said nothing and is just concerned as a spider.
Reminder, Jack, you are one of the people there.
You know what that boom was?
It didn't
Who
sound
are you
good.
asking?
Jack, if you are talking, it says you are muted. We cannot hear you as of yet, just in case, because I know that happens sometimes.
This music is very apt.
Yeah, I went with the suspense playlist. Jack, are you alive? It doesn't sound good. There he is.
but I cannot talk at the moment. Give me 1 second.
It didn't sound good, whatever it was.
We go check it out. Do we abandon?
Well, she
It's-
grabs the paper that you found that seems to be like a listing in a large amount of detail of the expected merchants over the past month, as well as ones that are expected for the next week to enter and leave town from the normal trade times and routes. I think we have what we need. We should probably go.
Okay.
As you step out the
So-
door, there is this green glow from behind the door as it's kind of halfway closed. There is this green glow that brightens and then dims. And back on the other side of town. Goran, how long you playing?
Oh, I'm doing the whole set, but if they are not back within about 15 to 10 minutes before the end of the set, that'll be my cue to I'm gonna do the whole like diva performer thing.
Okay, so you're gonna leave before the end of the set, if that's the case?
No, I'll finish the set because the idea is to keep them distracted as long as possible, and hopefully, like they were so like enamored with the playing that maybe they didn't even remember to eat, and they're like, "Wow, all of a sudden I'm super hungry," and so they stay another 30 minutes eating because they just could not take their ears off of us.
Okie doke. I need you to make... Oh, what's the most appropriate thing for you to, like, maintain your plan and cool?
Also, how are we playing so loud that no one heard that?
You're across town.
Oh, okay.
It was just... And people are kind of paying... You know how when you pay so much attention to something, you can completely blot out someone trying to talk to you?
Oh, completely. My
Yeah.
wife gets very mad at me about it.
Yeah, basically that, but it's also not even particularly close. Like, you're
Gotcha.
maybe a full mile
I had to
away.
roll like a 20 or something to hear it.
You had to roll above a 20, if I remember correctly, yeah.
Yeah, I got like a crazy higher number than I would normally get on something like that.
Let's see, I'm gonna say make a concentration check, so a constitution saving throw.
All right, Constitution save.
Yep.
Okay.
And then an intelligence saving throw.
Woo! Let's
Oh,
go.
To
Nat
maintain
20.
your poise, you get a hero point. If anyone doesn't have maximum hero points, you can take a hero point as well from start of session. I just need to make you to make an intelligence save.
Nat 20. After that, you want me to make an intelligence save?
Yep.
All right.
Not one.
I don't know if that went in. Nope, that missed.
Missed.
That would have been 15, but let's go ahead and do it right. It got a little froggy and it decided that it wanted to like jump out. Oh, that's better anyway. Thug life. Woohoo!
There you go.
It went from a 15 to a 20. Let's go.
All right.
But I meant total. The nat 20 is what I got.
As you continue to play for 2-3 minutes more, keeping a fairly good handle, you hear during a moment when you are like between songs catching your breath for just a moment, you hear what sounds like a whisper in your ear, but it's odd because it feels more in your head than anything else.
Okay.
I'd like to hear you finish your set, and I know he wouldn't like you to be kept from your business. I'll work around it. You enjoy.
Somebody's got a sanding stone.
I mean, I'm gonna make my best guess that someone's trying to be on my side. So okay, I'll trust it. Whatever. I mean, that's on board with my 8 wisdom. Hooray! I got.
So
I
you
forgot you had no wisdom.
continue playing your very good performance. As it comes to an end, what do? How do you act as you finish around 9 o'clock? Your performance, as people are clapping, kind of giving you a standing ovation. But to be fair, most people are standing outside anyway. But still,
I can't really think of anything that's gonna like I don't have necessarily any kind of like performance based spells to really like beef it up in any kind of way. So I think it's going to be just more like that like long drawn out last note where it's like a singer who like really surprises everybody by like their lung capacity and just like holds a note way longer than you would expect. It's going to be something like
what instrument do you play?
Well, with this one, I think I've been doing the violin because I've been trying to get better and better about the violin. And I'm pretty sure if I remember right, John's been rocking the lute anyway, so it wouldn't be good to double lute it. So
Alrighty.
that last note is just that one like almost agonizingly slow where it's like you're just like on the edge of your seat, like, is this note ever gonna finish? And I'm just slowly dragging the bow across the string, and it just like it's forever, man. It takes so long to finish that last note, and then when it does, I slowly put my stick down, my my violin down, and I just bow. I'm not even looking at the audience. I just bow.
John, do you bow as well?
Of course.
Perfect. So neither of you see this. As you both bow, there is a glow of green light. And as you look back up, you find yourself in an unfamiliar house.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, we got teleported. Sweet. Would I immediately know that we've been teleported, given that I can kind of do that
You are
myself?
suddenly in a different location. I think you could assume that.
Okay.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm drawing the feather of Decim, and I'm looking around.
As the others of you see the green light outside the doorway.
I'll look outside the door then.
Did they just disappear?
John looks in the doorway, and you see John looking at y'all. John, you
Hi,
see the rest of the party.
Hey,
So wait, I draw my feather of Decim, and then all of a sudden I see my party there?
As you draw the feather of Decim, John moves across the hall and looks in through the door. And he says, "Hi, guys."
Okay.
What? Wait, where's the guy? Is he coming? What's happening?
No clue. We got teleported here.
All right. Well, look,
you can
I
teleport.
killed it like the best that I've ever done, and I think that I impressed someone powerful, and I believe that she is trying to help us. I think we have a fan. But what was blown up? What were you doing? What I thought you wanted to like.
Something was blown up.
Oh yeah, you didn't hear it, did you? Sorry. I tried to play it off. No, you did great.
John's gonna start removing the thing around his neck to hold the pan flute.
That wasn't you, lot. That wasn't you. Great.
No, we found a Graham in a weird room, and we killed it, and then there was an explosion.
Okay, well, we should go investigate that then. We don't want.
Yeah.
Did you find what you needed, lady?
Yes.
Looking to Grace Livonia.
We're good.
All right. Well, it's good enough for me then. You got a way out of here.
She looks over to the window. I'm up for it. Or we can just go through the front door.
Let's just go through the front door.
I mean,
Doug, wait. Doug's gonna say, wait. Oh, never mind. The guards are
unconscious.
Never mind.
Never mind. John and Garan, you see two guards unconscious in the room.
Did you guys have fun without us?
Yeah, we had so much fun. Let's go.
It was more of a buzzkill. I mean, I was expecting to do a little more, but I guess one arrow is okay.
Are they dead or just unconscious?
They're just unconscious.
Okay, good.
As you quickly shuffle your way out of the house, you step out the front door. Where are you heading?
Out of curiosity, on my way out, investigation of 20, does anything like register as like, ooh, I can make some good coin off that?
doo, doo, doo. Yeah, you'd still be paying some kind of attention. There's a nice set of golden candelabras near the front door. On kind of the near the front door in the little entranceway, there's a set of racks for coats, as well as a set of racks at the floor for shoes. That you see next to it, there is a small side table that does have two nice candelabras on it.
All right. I was like, all right. Can we open the portable hole? The portable hole, please. I'd like to throw these in there.
Portable hole is in spider form.
Oh. So I see Spider Thicket like doing like his little spider dance, and I'm like, oh, all right. Then I will just I guess I'll put them in my backpack, and hope they don't stick out too much and be too obvious.
Wait, when druids transform, all their stuff just disappears?
Yep.
It becomes part of their form, but yeah.
Technically, they can choose to let it fall and not be part of their form, but most of them just let it be part of their form.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. Anywho, y'all quickly leave, and where y'all going?
Where did the sound come from?
It came from the east.
Where are we in this town?
You are at the middle of the south side. Not too
It's
far from the wall.
Library, but it's in that direction, right?
No. The library is kind of in the center of town, so it would be kind of a northeast from y'all. Dead east is where the sound was from.
Isn't east sort of where the bandit camp was?
It is that direction, yeah.
Well,
Probably not that far though.
Well, if it was close, I didn't hear the sound, so I don't know how far it was.
That's fair.
How far away was it, Grand?
I believe it was in town.
Well, I guess let's start headed over that way.
Y'all begin to run, moving through the town, which is fairly quiet. There don't seem to be a lot of people out. And as you do, the first person to see would be a Spider Thicket, who is presumably still on Gambit's hat, who can see over toward the wall as you approach. You'd all be able to hear some sounds of things breaking. You also see light and smoke rising up.
Uh-oh.
You get to a split where there's kind of a road that goes around this island of houses that it seems either way could take you to the damage. Which way would you like to go?
Do we have a basic idea which might be the slightly faster?
Looks like the one to the left is a little more dead on, whereas the one to the right kind of goes around it a little bit.
Then that's where Garon's gonna head.
Okay. Garon's heading on the north one.
I'm going with Grand.
Okey doke.
This looks faster, slightly.
And the others, which way are y'all going?
Is Lady Anya staying with Jason or with Gambit?
Gambit hasn't decided which direction Gambit's gonna go yet.
I'm just following where people are going.
Okey doke. So you're going left, is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Which necessitates Thicket going left. Where's Doug gonna go?
Doug is going to do what Doug's been doing and follow Lady's lead. But also, like, since the group is around, he's just he's following suit, but he's also keeping an observant eye.
Okey-doke, I'm putting y'all out here with Garand, John, and then Gambit, Grace, and then Doug running forward. As I'm going to share a map with y'all. A little on the big side, but we won't be using a significant portion of it. Oh, I do need to specify for my own sanity. It's Friday, the 26th of May, year 417. It is currently 8:32.
Hey, question.
Yes.
those candelabras, are they visible from whatever Garand is stuffing them in?
Yeah, they're just kind of sticking out of the edge of his backpack.
In that case, Doug is just gonna kind of look at Garand and be like, could we just leave those here just in case? Because we don't want to like give our away that we've been in places.
He's like, what do you mean? He's looking at his wisdom is so low. He's like, what's wrong with them?
Doug's like, well, I know I'm not really the, the most in tune with a lot of things, but the last thing I would think we would want is for the place that where we're possibly going, for them to know that we've been in a place we're not supposed to be.
You have a large backpack. Can you hide it?
Can Doug put it in his quiver?
No, they're too wide to fit in the quiver. You are running out of time for this conversation as you run.
Yeah.
But
No,
as
it's fine. Don't worry about it, Doug. We got it.
Yeah, I'll figure it out later. But as you run up, everyone would be able... I've gone ahead and shared a map with you. It's a little big. The light source area is kind of where you need to be, because I also can go ahead and identify the fire for you, as those two buildings are on fire. And the blue squiggles is where the wall no longer is. And parts of those houses are actually blown up as well. As you run up, Thicket riding a top hat would be the first person to notice. Up in front of you are... Which ones are those? Bonk. And Bonk. Two of these Grim, they appear to be very much similar to boars. Inside, a bit bigger, but very much similar in boars to physiology. With these large tusks coming out of the front, and I need to grab the image for them.
I know a lad who's ready to fight.
With these long curved tusks with 4 red eyes coming out from behind the grim mask with various markings on them. They look something like this.
Didn't we fight this before?
I think y'all have fought a couple of them before.
I think we have.
I think
They
you'll know
sound
these
familiar.
as Borba tusks. As you'll be able to see from right there, 2 of them. And I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiatives.
Let's go.
How many of these things are there again?
You currently see 2.
Okay.
Oh, wah.
Can someone roll for me real quick?
Yeah. That wasn't an... Oh, that was initiative. Cool. Thought it was intelligence.
I'm like,
There you go. I got an 18 for
You're
him.
good, man. Got an 18 for him. Okay, and his dex is 2, so he'll have a total of 20.
There you go,
yeah,
Doug.
thanks. I'm almost home, but I have to be creative on where to park because apparently there's a party going on somewhere.
Got a party.
Right.
Party rockers in the house
Houston.
tonight.
I hate it about living in an apartment.
Has done this
Parking
turn.
is so hard sometimes.
You're probably right.
Sounds like
Well, the worst part is like this is a house, and so like there's only street parking
Yeah.
outside of the like driveway, but
Think of puzzle here.
because-
Scoot all that stuff in that trash.
but yeah, like travel is also the side. Like I can't really park behind them because they leave before I do.
Okey-doke. But the first person who gets to go, as y'all move forward, y'all see a somewhat familiar creature. Not necessarily in a good way, though. as you see a separate Grim, this fairly long, almost bug-like Grim that has this large, bulbous green stomach on the bottom half. On its back are all of these various smaller legs. It's not quite humanoid, but semi-chest-like top part gives way to a normal Grim mask. Reaching out from the top of it are these two long, almost scythe-like blades. As y'all see these. Well, you see one of these.
Cool.
And you're able to see it because there is the clicking on wood as it climbs up onto... I should be able to... Can you see it? Are you close enough? Did I hit the right button? I did not. There we go. I think you'll also know what these are called. They are centaurs.
This is the thing that almost one-shot our party.
It did. You see it scratching up the top of this roof next to the fire. The two sides clang into the ground, pulling apart some of the roofing, cutting it open, before it belches a burst of acid down into the house.
This was before John joined.
It was long before John joined.
Yeah, that's true. That's an older enemy.
This creature needs to roll a thingamajig. What's your passive perception, Thicket?
Thingamajig.
Passive is 18.
Dope. Doug, you're up first. You can currently see 3 Grim and fire. The Grim are approximately 130 feet away from you at this point. Well, the big Grim is. The smaller Grim, and he's probably getting inside right now, is 70 feet away. So it's up to you what you'd like to do. In the meantime, is there anything preemptive any other party members would like to do as you're running up? Given you would have been able to see the fire and everything.
Draw my weapon.
Unshift.
Yeah, I think draw a sword or my rapier.
It hops off of Gambit onto the ground. And then, can you unshift while it's not your turn?
No, I don't know,
Of course,
actually.
it can't be that
I
easy.
can't.
Here you go.
I don't have the spider sheet, so there's no button to click to unshift. So.
Unshift it.
Do I have enough time to be like, yo, what is it? Akibios. Is that right? No, what is his name?
Anavo.
Anavo. That's right. Anavo. Can I bring out Anavo?
I'm gonna say you wouldn't be able to do that while running up, no. Unless you wanted to start further back.
No, it's totally worth asking. That's fine. I have a fire elemental buddy.
Yeah.
I
don't know if John's gotten to see him yet.
And he loves... Yeah, he did with the fire.
No, we gotta see him with the bandits.
Yeah.
That's right.
Displace
Wait.
the beast.
So,
I saw what with bandits?
Displacer Beast and Bandits, you saw
yeah.
the
he's my buddy.
jigs.
But I also give him what he wants, which is being able to kill these certain type of monster called Grim.
Give him permission to kill things.
Yeah, so it's like business for him is good. So he's all like, "Oh man, this is a good master. I'm excited about this."
I mean, sure. That's definitely how he feels about that.
Oh, wah wah wah.
I mean, I'm not saying he thinks you're a bad master or anything. He's perfectly fine with it, but that's not what's making him think.
Garon's perception of what's happening.
This is Garon's perception of how he feels about being told to go kill Grim.
As someone who can't speak primordial.
Jack,
That's true.
We cannot hear you if you are talking. BT Tupsies, by the way.
He might still be parking.
He might still be parking. I wouldn't be surprised.
Do one of us go next that you could theoretically let someone go and then he
Probably.
could like jump in?
We should do.
Hello.
Hey, there we go.
Hey!
Yeah,
Are you good to
I
go,
saw
bro?
you were unmuted, so I thought maybe.
Well, yeah, I was unmuted and it was turning green, and then like people kept talking, so I was like, well, maybe they can't hear me.
It does happen that way.
But yeah, I was
Okay.
like kind of, well, I was commenting that like, why can't Garon just summon his Pokemon as he's running? You know?
Because I decided not to let him. Pretty much the reason.
But yeah, so I just basically said, Doug already has his bow ready to go, so he was just going to shoot a special arrow at whichever one was 70 foot.
Alright, so you wanted to shoot it at one of the two Borbatusks?
Yes? Question mark.
The Borbatusks are the two boar-like ones that are 70 feet away, and then the big centipede scythe arm ones are 130 feet away. Or one is 130 feet away.
Would Doug know if all the Borbatusks are just as squishy as the previous fight?
Break, but yeah, you should probably go back.
You fought that pretty early on in your adventure when y'all weren't too effective at your work, so you don't remember them being. You feel like you'd have an easier hand on them now than you did then.
In that case, Doug is going to shoot one of the centipede, millipede things further back.
Shooting the Centaur, and I believe Frost Point does have a range of long.
I think it was up to 200 feet.
Ooh, it's 150, which is close enough. And you've got a pretty straight shot, all things considered. So, go ahead. I can roll it for you.
Not always the case, so.
Or I can, let's see, is that a thing? Can I, like...
50, so.
I do that. Does that do that? Oh, it doesn't happen. Okay, oh, it does happen. Perfect, okay.
What happens?
I'm controlling it from player side because I can. Frostpoint, are you using the special arrows or a regular arrow?
Special.
You don't? I just need to fix the ammunition, which go ahead and make.
Yeah, I think.
Rainbow arrows.
I think there should be 3, and this will go down to 2 after it's fired, I think.
There are 5 special arrows.
Right, but one was used on the tree, and then one was used...
That was this day, wasn't it? You're right. So there are 3 left. So then after this, there will be 2. Yep. You're
Correct.
right, you're right, you're right. You're right,
I mean,
you're
unless
right.
generous.
That is a total of 13, which does hit. Gonna go ahead and roll damage. And where's the frost point?
Ooh, look at that blue D5, D6, that number 5 there.
I'm gonna mark off 2. Oh, right, I can't do it from that sheet. I can only roll a thing. So first arrow. I'm gonna go ahead and mark off 2 uses. And then he needs to save.
Are these like the centipede? Is this like the centipede, like the acid thing that we fought way back when?
Yes. It fails the saving throw, so it's going to take the full 2d6 cold, taking an additional 8 points of damage. Not working correctly.
Is Frostpoint magical? How should he have resisted that? Or is it Centaur for some reason?
Partially resisted. Why did you partially resist?
Well, I know like the arrow itself does some kind of physical damage, right? Or no?
No, the arrow is magic. +5.
Plus, you have
right. It should have taken more. Why did you not deal full magic? Oh, wait. That's odd. For some reason, it's not programmed in properly. I'll go ahead and add that, especially for any future attacks. There we go. I've added piercing magic. Let me spell magic correctly. There we go. So, I'm not going to roll it again. I'm just going to give it an extra... What is that? 7 points of damage that it should have taken. So there. Okie doke. That is the effect. And then it is going to... Let's see. It failed and by far enough to where it is now grappled and restrained. As the arrow strikes into it, and it squeals out in pain as various shards of ice pierce out through its stomach and seem to hold it in place.
Garon, since he's ahead, he looks back at Doug and just kind of winks and nods.
And that's your first attack.
How you doing?
Would you like to do anything else? Make an additional attack, perhaps.
Can I do another attack towards the other one?
That you can only see one of those.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll just shoot a normal arrow.
Shoot a normal arrow at the same one?
Yeah.
Get her back onto player view.
Unless hitting it twice with the same effect quickens the
It would
whatever
not add any additional effect to the freezing, no.
So yeah, just a regular.
How do you have advantage?
Because
It's restrained. Yeah. Well, you unfortunately missed that one. Though the first one strikes into it, you pull out the second arrow. Whereas the previous one had materialized seemingly from the ice in the bow. The second arrow you pull out, it flies by, unfortunately, striking into the fire, temporarily putting a little bit of out, but then the arrow quickly burns up.
Am I able to use my semblance on the arrow with it being
Even if it was metal, it's not, which it probably would be metal, it's not within the distance that you need to have to be able to do it.
Gotcha. Okay. And then as a bonus action, I guess I'll manifest an echo.
Okie doke.
And I guess I will have the echo.
You can also choose to move if you'd like.
Yeah, so manifest the echo 15 feet in front of me and the Borutus. And Echo and I will simultaneously run 30 feet forward.
You want it to run like next to you 30 feet, or do you want it to be... So at the end you want to be 30 feet closer to the Borbatusks and have the Echo 15 feet in front of you?
Yes, toward the Echo is between me and the Borbatus.
Cool. Alright, that is that turn. The Borbatusk is going... Which Borbatusk 28 is going to move? It is going to... Let's see. It is in range. It is going to... like squeeze up into a ball, almost like a roly-poly, and then roll at the Echo.
Shadow Doug. It's Don fan, bro.
I mean, yeah, kind of for real though, actually. Let's see. It has to beat. It does hit the Echo, and because the Echo only has 1 HP, I don't even need to roll a damage as it rolls through, and it's actually going to use the rest of its movement to like finish rolling and stand up directly in front of actual Doug as the Echo is destroyed.
Doug's just gonna have his arrow ready, like targeting it.
You're like pointing right down in front of you.
It's like, haha, gotcha.
And the next thing is going to be there. How intelligent are you? Not very. What's your passive perception? It's bad.
Do.
It's that. Jackie the Jackal, I believe. Oh, Jackie the Jackal would still be at the bar.
Yeah, she's chilling. If anything, she might be scared. Like, where's Daddy?
Yeah, she's either surprised because she probably would have been in there listening to you. So that was that one. What was this one? That was that one. This one. These ones are a little more intelligent. You see this large form similar to the Centaur, and actually very similar to the Centaur, as you see a second one scurrying over houses. It would have gone across over here, climbing over top of them as it moves toward you all, reacting to people. And let's see, what is the acid spit range? 40 feet? Perfect. It's 1 point within 40 feet. It's going to go ahead and... Oh, I'm going to make it roll an intelligence check if it's going to attack the closest, or if it's just going to try and shoot into the middle. Instincts take over, and it is going to do the smarter thing. As it is going to target John, Thicket, and Gambit.
No.
You're not going to make dex saves. As its stomach kind of shifts as a burst of acid flies out and lands around y'all. Looks like it automatically made John roll one, so I guess John probably hasn't... I probably haven't had him set up the save thing. Thicket saves, so I think it's going to take half damage. And then Gambit. Or is it no damage? It might be no damage. No, it should be half.
On acid, that should be half.
Yeah, man, it's acid, bro. You gotta take half.
Okie doke. So, fortunately for y'all, Gambit is going to take 0 damage on account of being invasive.
Woohoo!
Sorry, John.
Oh boy.
That's 20 points of acid damage, which
Ew.
actually doesn't even take you down to half.
Still.
You didn't do very good because that was a lot of D4.
Yeah, that was 10 d4s. That was about average. As the glob of acid lands next to you, Thicket's going to take 10 points of damage. We'll go ahead. Half value. And then, where are you, Thicket? Here's some acid. Sorry to disappoint. That is its turn. It used its 1 attack. John, it's your turn for revenge.
Finally. All right.
It's darker for you than anyone else. It's dim light. It's not even really bright light because the moon is out. Actually, the moon is actually it's pretty dark. It's nighttime. The moon is a sliver. But wait, no, you should have. No, you don't.
Oh no, I don't because I'm light
You
form.
don't.
Yeah,
You're
you're right.
the light one. Yeah.
Oh well. Anyways, I am going to
Or Stardust.
ask if anybody wants to flank with me.
What do you mean?
Does anybody want to flank with me?
He's gonna grab you.
Oh. Would anyone like to go for a ride?
I think the only person that would be like combat or able to, I think, might be Gambit.
Yeah.
Does Gambit-
Gron's kind of leery about those teleports from John for a little bit.
Gambit?
So
I'll go by
Flank.
myself, but. What did you
Gambit.
say?
A teleportation is being offered, Jaislyn.
Thicket has plans that involve not getting hit.
Fair enough. Most people's plans tend to involve that, actually.
You know, if we would have waited one more session, Thicket would have been able to fly.
If you'd
Yep.
stalled another session, yeah. John, it doesn't sound like anyone's immediately taking you up on the offer.
Alrighty.
I thought Gambit said something.
I didn't hear anything from Gambit.
Well, Jason just posted I accept, but it's also I accept like I don't want like I'm an exception.
I'm
So
an exception to the rule. But I think Gambit like kind of gives you a slightly confused nod, we'll say. That sounds
Does
like...
Gambit do ranged or?
there it is.
Which Gambit BT dubsies, by the way, you still have like 30 minutes of flight left. Accept.
Alright.
Yeah,
So I guess.
Accept. With an
Or is
extra
that-
C.
Or is that no step, as in, like, I refuse?
Anyway,
What?
we're gonna say Gambit's going with you. You grab Gambit.
Alrighty.
I vote.
Gambit, we have no idea what you're saying. I go. Okay. So, Gambit and I. Oh, let's see. Where do we want to go? Let's go. Trying to think where the best place would be for like, sort of get behind them, but not really be seen.
Aw. Where's
Can
that?
we go? Can we go like right here, like on that side of the roof? Is that roof sloped enough that the what is it called? Senator
Senator.
in the Senator in the fire can't see us if we're on that side.
Yeah, you put yourself low enough.
Okay. Let's dimension door up there.
Because there is a flash of light as you shift. Or however you said the dimension door looks.
Yeah, just kind of a portal that you walk through. Alrighty. And
Action.
that was my action. So that's about it.
Fix that. This. What? Okay, that's there. Orbitus. Gambit and John, you would see coming down the alleyway from the south is another Borbatusk that is making its way out. Having
Downtown?
heard the stuff, making its way downtown, walking fast, faces past its homebound.
I was thinking the same thing, man.
As it will get to the opening and then shove past the other Borbatusk, not even seeing y'all up on the roof. And actually,
Now I wonder why.
it does like to do that, so it's actually going to keep moving and get all the way up to it's got sticks. It's going to stay there. Grace, I need to fix one of her things that is incorrect. There you go. Now your damage is magic like it's supposed to be. As Grace is going to quickly
I love
move.
how the music sounds like just like Mortal Kombat music, but like when you're not moving, just standing there.
Stepping around the two of you, Grace, as she moves forward, pulls out this fairly long, reflective, a fairly dark, reflective metal. It looks almost black, but there is the reflection of the light amount of moonlight and firelight. As you see, it's a dagger that has 3 prongs, so it is effective, or like 3 sides rather. I think if you know what those are, where it kind of goes out into a triangle shape and then it twists as it moves up the blade as she moves forward. With this, I need to fix that. That has the wrong damage amount. As she moves forward, her other hand sliding along the top of the dagger seems to add this poison to it. She is going to move forward. How many attacks does she get? She gets 2. First attack against the Borbatusk. It's going to hit. As it is. Oh, I should have added a different thing there. That's fine. She'll use it on the next one. See, this is what happens when I try to play a rogue as an NPC. It deals 5 points of damage. I'm going to make a con save, which I think they're either immune or resistant to poison. I think they're resistant, but it's still going to take some poison damage. Or we'll see if it takes some poison damage. It takes 23 reduced to 11 as she stabs into the side of the Borbatusk with this dagger. It screeches out for a moment before falling to the ground and turning to ashes. As she looks to her right toward Garand and just nods before going. Which, to be fair, you haven't seen her in this outfit. You don't necessarily know that this is Grace. Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
She would look to her right to Doug, who does know. Let's see. That was her 30 feet back. She's in a... Well, that wouldn't help. She's in a bonus action dash and step over here off to the side between a couple houses.
Oh yeah, there she goes. She can start doing some sneaky hideys.
That's her turn. Borbatusk 40. She didn't actually get to hide though. Oh,
Right, but she can start
to...
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky,
I
sneak.
can. Let's see who's closer. Technically, let's say Doug would be closer. That feels like it makes more sense. As it is, this one is going to curl up and roll at you.
Now that's the restrained one. How did he break out of that?
Was that one restrained?
That was the one that he hit with the thing earlier.
Oh no, the thing that was hit with the thing is the Centaur over here.
Oh, okay.
That's the one that's restrained. This one just rolls up and strikes into you.
Yeah, I thought he hit Dusk.
deal slightly extra damage because it's in a rolling charge. And Badonk, you
A
take 13 points of
charge.
damage. And you're going to make a strength save. Oh, I'm going to make a strength save for you. I was concerned, or I was confused on why it showed up on my screen. You succeed, despite rolling an 8. I guess I should have had that happen. I did forget to check a thing for the other Orbitusk. What to do? It's fine. It technically shouldn't have died, but it's fine. That one, Gambit. You are now kind of out of sight. If you wanted to try to hide, you could. And then whatever you like to do after that. There's a Centaur in front of you. Big tree off to your left. Centaur off behind you. And if you want to look around, who knows what else is out there?
Oh. Can I sneak attack? Oh, I can hide, yeah. But I don't have any long range magic weapons. Is it sunny? It's nighttime.
Nighttime.
It's darkness.
Stinky.
I mean, you could try to hop over to that roof and then stab it.
It looks to be a boardwalk to that roof, to be honest.
There does look to be a board moving. Sure, there's a board actually like set over between the roofs.
Need magic bullet.
That's a good potential investment to work on. Unfortunately, you don't have them. What'd you like to do? I'm gonna shift us over to the proper
Hey, I
combat.
can fly, right? I'm still got some
You
flying
can just
left.
fly. Never mind yet. Where do you want to fly to?
I'm gonna fly.
How much can you fly? I think it's like 60 feet or something. Let me check.
Yeah.
Wings, 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 wings. Wings of flying. Yeah, 60 feet. Where do you want to go?
Can I go? That would be so funny. I just came over here with John and I'd be like, I'm gonna go back to Doug because I can flank that one. And I'll stay over here. I guess I'll just.
You can bonus action hide. So you know.
But what good can that do me if I am not? Can I
It would give you
run
sneak
up
attack.
to it, bonus action hide, and then attack it while I'm hiding right next to it?
You'd probably hide where you are and then sneak up behind it. And then stab it, but yeah.
Okay.
I mean, technically either
Can I
would
do-
work because it's definitely facing the other way.
Okay. Can I do that then?
Yep, make a stealth check.
I was gonna say, as long as you're stealthy.
As long as you can roll higher than
Who do you think I am?
Okay, so basically,
Who
don't
do
nat
you
1
think
and you'll be fine.
You're the homie
I
that's
am.
terrible sometimes. So
Yeah, you're definitely
There you
hidden.
go.
Even Thicket over there can't see you.
And then after the stab, can Gambit bonus action hide?
No,
No.
he's already
No.
bonus action.
That was my bonus action hide.
Oh,
I mean, he's still gonna have 50 feet of
No.
movement, but yeah. What you want to do? Assume you're stabbing.
I'm stabbing. Do I? And I get sneak.
That was such a depressed stabbing. Ow. I'm stabbing. Go for it.
guess I'll do damage. Oh.
I guess I'll kill it.
Roll advantage, fam. What are you doing?
Yeah, you do have advantage. Roll again.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah. Now, either way you hit it, go ahead and add sneak attack to yourself and stab the Centaur.
I was gonna say, Michael's not gonna throw enemies at us that have a higher than 20 AC. Come on.
I mean, I will, but not
Maybe,
yet.
like-
Not at this level.
That's
I mean,
No, he
came-
might. 1 or 2.
fair. 1 or 2, but definitely not this many.
Right. This
And
is
not
already
if they
5.
deal 20 points of damage in a 5-foot radius. In a space within 40 feet.
Too
Does
bad.
23 total points of damage as you step up behind it, pull up your knife, cutting in through the back, actually slicing off part of its tail. It screams out in pain as it turns around as a big chunk of the Grim just falls off the side of the building, sliding off the roof next to you before the piece does ash away.
Wait, so Centaurs are grim?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Centaurs are
okay.
grim. Centaurs and Borbatusks are both grim.
Gotcha. I haven't seen these before. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. This showed up when the party was like level 3 or 4, and it almost
Yeah.
bodied everyone.
You almost
We
party
almost-
wiped it. Okay.
Yep. Is that everything? Are you going to move in or anything, Gambit?
I mean, it.
I don't think I can without evoking attack of opportunity, so
It's true.
I was gonna say at this point, you're a little close for comfort.
Not particularly stealthy, so this is going to... Let's see, because height might actually matter. By might, I mean it will matter. It will fly up. It was 10, so it's going to fly up 30 feet. As y'all would see another Grim that you've seen before. I'll fly there over the fire.
We did start the fire.
As you see one of the flying Grims, the Terex that y'all fought before.
Yay! Doug can hurt it now.
can't wait for the librarian to show up.
It's a Terex. It's another Grim. These large dinosaur, fairly large dinosaur-like Grim. These red wings and spines upon their tails. It's going to fly up. It's actually going to go ahead and get even higher. How far is your tail spine attack? 40, 80? Yeah, you're going to get another 20 feet higher. You get up to there. Go. That's its turn. John, are you looking back toward the Centaur, or were you looking off toward the other stuff? Like, are you looking toward the party or away from the party?
Towards the west.
Towards the west? Okay. I guess this needs to roll a thing. Oh, I forgot to pull the fun thing that I get to do.
I love it when Micah says fun, because he never means fun for the party.
John, what's your passive perception?
Great question. Where do I find that? Oh, there it is. 12?
12? Okay, you would hear the clicking of additional feet as another Centaur climbs the roof behind you, coming into view.
These things better be easy to kill at this level.
This is a TPK.
No. We're gonna be fine.
Coming out from another alleyway is an additional Borbatusk. As far as I can.
Gotta love the ads.
Up the ads. Thicket, what you want to do?
Okay.
Call lady.
Let her decide. She may want to cast Cure Wounds on someone.
Or I may want to cast Polymorph.
Or Polymorph.
Ooh, spicy.
Um,
What are we
That's-
polymorphing here?
the Centaur.
Ooh. Which one?
Um,
You
I
looking-
think I'm gonna hold off on that for now, and yeah, call lightning.
Yeah.
The clouds above
I
darken. This
summon
map is big
Zeus.
enough to actually check the area. Unfortunately, based on the weather we rolled, it is a fairly clear night, so there is no bonus damage. Let's see, what's the radius? 60-foot radius. So, where would
is there
you
any
like
chance
to
that-
place the cloud?
encompassing as many Grim as I can, without like leaving spaces where they might like run out. Like I want it centered on where it looks like everything is congregating.
Could probably capture all the Grim in them,
Left,
to be honest.
up, down, right. Where you want to go?
I'm trying to move my map. I can barely see.
If you move it about 10 feet to the right, you can get everybody.
Yeah, right there is good. Right there where he has it.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
right
good.
there. Cool.
Does this risk hitting us?
No, I get to choose where it goes. So as long as I don't choose a space that you guys are within 5 feet of.
Did Thicket ever describe how lightning is called? Whether you move both of your paws up in the air, like very slow and ferociously?
I did not. I think I might have like described it as just like I make a praying hands motion or something and the sky darkens.
Oh, I was hoping for like gets on all fours and goes. Oh.
The mooing cat.
And every lightning strike is.
I was thinking like the maniacal, like lifting up the two hands.
What, like Moses style, or what?
There's a,
Like-
there's a specific
yeah.
meme that's coming to head to my mind that
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel is actually this exact thing.
That right there.
That exact image right there.
Yep.
Perfect.
The first time that he cast it, that's what I posted in here.
All right, where are you striking?
Gambit's pretty close to Scimitar 34. However, it's also pretty big, and there's a Borbotusk there. So I think I'm gonna hit directly on the Borbotusk.
Yeah, I think you could hit both of them by striking about there. Go ahead and target both of them and make them make the save.
Yeah, I love being outside, watching Thicket blow stuff up.
Oh, did I also forget something on the Scimitar? I think I might have forgotten something on the Scimitar. That's okay.
Hey, is there any chance that like Thicket and Garon could like, by our powers combined, Captain Planet, like bring a whole bunch of extra like oceanic like thunderstorm goodness?
If you can find the spells to persuade me, sure. The
Yeah.
Borbotusk fails, the Scimitar succeeds, so it's going to take half damage.
Oh man, they're in a perfect line right now to like
Oh.
zap a whole bunch with a lightning bolt. Darn it!
Still does 9 to them as the Borbotusk, as it strikes in next to it, the lightning that strikes and pierces against it, it squeals in pain as parts of it actually burn off, including the tusks as they crack before it falls to the ground and begins to ash away, as the Grim do. Oh, wait, it might get to do the thing. Does it get to do that? It does. As the lightning strikes into it, it
Oh,
holds on
forgot
with
about
the
that.
very last of its strength, as it remains at 1 hit point.
It's like a zombie. That jerk.
The Borbotusk?
Yeah.
I think I also remember the Scimitar like doing acid damage or something when you hit it.
It did, but I forgot to do that against Gambit, so it's my fault. So I'm not going to go back and do it, and since you didn't melee attack it, it's not going to damage you. Oakley dokley. Anything else?
All of the acid damage evaporated in the lightning.
Haha.
We'll go for it. All right. And, Yep.
I'm gonna. Does it look like there's any that are like approaching behind me?
Make a perception check. Technically, it's an action to perception check, but hey, I don't think it matters that much.
Perception.
See. Not that you can tell.
Okay. I'm gonna
Actually,
go by
as you
Garand
look
anyways.
Are you looking like down the streets or in the air or what?
Yes.
As you look around, you take a moment to listen, and you hear the sound of large flapping wings.
Okay. I think it's gonna go by Garan, and be like, I think we're gonna have bigger problems soon.
Well, if tonight's the night, I would not wish to be by anyone else's side besides you, Dog and Gambit. And I have to admit that John's growing on me a little bit. But let's see if Anavo can kind of even things out for us.
Taking off from a nearby rooftop, you see another Teryx that is going to make... How many Tailspine attacks do you get to make? 3 total. Going to make... Let's see, from here it could hit Gambit. Gonna make 1 against Gambit and 1 against... 2 against Gambit, 1 against John. The first one against Gambit misses. Second one against Gambit hits.
I want to silvery barbs that hit against Gambit.
It's within range. Alright, it gets disadvantage as the... I forget what the effect looks like takes hold.
I'm going with, like, I send, like, a little bolt of lightning that just, like, zaps them real quick and, like, stuns them for a moment.
As
See
it
if it,
stuns
like...
them, it does unfortunately still hit.
Alright.
Who are you
Make that
giving the
sound
advantage
effect.
to?
I'm going to give it to myself because I'm pretty sure Gambit's going to find ways to get it himself, and I'm about to move into flank for Doug, so...
Gambit, you're going to take a little bit of damage. 7 total. I'm sorry, I zoned out for a second. You said you're giving it to yourself?
Yep.
Okay. And then John, the attack, nat 1s and misses you. As, from both of you, from the one that strikes against Gambit, but you manage to pull up your aura and block one out of the way, these 3 bone-like spines strike out toward you, digging into the houses next to you.
He has a 10-foot attack range? Dang.
It's a ranged attack with up to 40 feet.
Oh,
and-
that's a... Oh, it was that one. Okay.
Yeah, it's shooting out spines from its tail toward you.
Oh,
Yep.
That's
And
fun.
go Roland.
Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going like up and around. It's gonna. I think it did not follow my trail that I made. It's not even letting me move. I don't know what's going on. Am I locked?
Here, I'll lead it. There you go.
All right, let's go. All right, 5. Come on, go, little buddy. I don't know. I'm still locked. Anyway,
5.
thanks. And then 20 or 15, I guess. So it's total 20.
Total 20.
And 25 right there. And then, do any of my friends look particularly damaged at this point, or not so much?
You have not seen anyone's aura flash. John has taken the most damage, but he did not have any effect on his aura.
He looks relatively okay at the moment.
Yep.
All right. Then Anavo, I will use my action to say Sim Sim Salabim. And it's a 90-foot range, so he's gonna drop. I'm gonna drop him here in the fire next to the Centaur 1 that is restrained.
Let me grab him. Or is it in the item? It should be in the items link. May not be though. And
I'm hoping the fire will give him some moderate form of cover or concealment that not everything else will notice him immediately right away. I don't know how, like, if they are hive mind or anything else, but I'm hoping that Anavo could theoretically finish this one off and then, like, zip to the next one. So we'll see how that plays off, but I'm going right south of Fire 4. Or, I mean, of Centaur 1, and he'll be in the middle of Fire 4, right next to him. And when he goes, he'll attack that.
go ahead and throw his sheet into your vision, and you can go ahead and roll him initiative.
All right.
Standing in the flames, as you move forward, you set down the brazier. There is a burst of flame from it as the flame leaps outward, striking into the rooftop, and stepping out from the flames is the ashen form of Anava.
All right. Nope, that didn't work out right. It's still just having me put 17. How do I?
Just make a dex save. Works. Total of 10. Okie daisy. Alright. As he appears.
Alright, and then I will step my last 5 movement back here to flank for Doug. I'll say, "You've got this, Doug. Finish him off, and then start shooting the aerials. Let's me and the others take on the rest that are grounded. You got that bow for a reason, buddy." And bonus action. Not really anything that would be super useful as a bonus right now. I guess I could hex something. I will. Yeah, I'll brine.
Would you like to brine?
And then we're going to do wisdom disadvantage on this one, so that it has a really hard time finding Gambit. So it'll be really hard for him to perceive where Gambit is.
Fair enough.
And yeah, I'm Gucci. I'm done.
Okay,
Does Anavo act immediately, or does he have to wait an entire round now? Because
he'll wait until his turn of this round, I think.
Oof. All right.
Because he would go after you.
He's just above me. That's so.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay. All right. Oh well. Not my.
Doobie how doobie doo ba berry. But as you are looking out at the sky thicket, there is a and going in front of the moon for a moment is a figure that comes down a little bit toward you into sight where you can see is Sasha Hellion riding upon her broomstick, side saddle looking down toward you. She looks over. Looks like y'all got a handle on this for now. I have to see to, as she looks up and you again hear the flapping of the large wings. The big one. I'll come back to you when I'm done. And she begins to fly into the sky.
Is that the big one that we saw at the bandit camp?
Yup.
Oh, fun.
Centaur 1. It is going to, let's see. I forget. Does it get is it an action to try and break restrain, or is it the end of the turn? Let's find out. Hello, Frostpoint. At the end of each of their turns, they make the save. Okay, so it is going to restrain, disadvantage, try to attack a Navo. 2 claw attacks. 3 claw attacks. Miss. Miss. Hit. The first 2 as it swings them in kind of a scissor strike against him. He just kind of like crouches down for a half a second before it brings down another strike down against him. After missing, it pulls both claws down against him, dealing 14 reduced to 9 points of damage, as he does not resist the necrotic part of the damage.
Alright.
Doesn't it?
He's gonna take 5 fire.
It's true, the Centaur takes 5 points of fire damage. So as the Centaur does this, as it strikes down into Anabo, it strikes down into his chest, burying itself in the ash. He grabs its hands, and the fire on the rooftop around him gathers and strikes toward the Centaur. As y'all just see this torrent of flame consume the Centaur entirely. It only had 5 hit points left.
Woohoo! Let's go. Anabo's psyched. He's like, time to keep going. Yum yum yums.
Doug. And you were saying something, I believe?
Nope. Okay. I would be at disadvantage of hitting anything with my bow because of I'm in melee range, correct?
Correct.
Uh, so, lady goes after me, correct?
John will be the next person, and after John is Grace.
So, in that case, does Doug know where she went, or?
Yeah, she's not hidden. She wasn't able to bonus action hide, she just moved.
Okay. And can Doug see, does he have line of sight of the flying ones, like to the south?
Yes. That is 20 feet up in the air, so it is above the rooftops. It's not a great line. Yeah, I'd say from where you are, you have a sight of it.
So, if I hold an action, I can't do any bonus actions, correct?
If you bonus action first, you can.
So, for example, if I was to ask Lady to get rid of the Borbotusk in front of me, and then I use my 2 attacks against the flying one, I can't do that.
You could hold the action until she kills it.
But I could attack twice?
Yes, you do get multi-attack. Because you're not
Okay.
using your bonus action to the second attack, it's just part of your attack action.
Okay, well, in that case, I will bonus action rage. And then...
Which I don't believe the rage damage account is counted on long-ranged attacks. But the
Wait, is it?
I thought so. Let me check.
I thought it was just as long as I attacked.
No, you make a melee weapon attack using strength. You'll still
Eh.
have the resistance, and you can still keep it going by making ranged attacks, but you don't get the rage damage bonus.
Actually, how high up is that one? Just on the rooftop?
That one is flying about 10 feet above the rooftop.
And the roof is
10 feet
20
up.
feet. 10 feet?
Yep. So it's 20 feet up total.
I think Doug might have to... Well, I'm trying to think of what Doug would do. I know what I would do, but... Let's do this, that. Yeah, I think I am just going to, for now, as a bonus action, go into rage.
Okie doke, I will apply the effects to you, and we'll hold your action. Or rather, right, you're here now. You apply the effect yourself.
Yeah. And then I will get out my... So I'm going to just drop the bow currently where I am.
Okay.
And then I will get out the Solarium. Question. So if I dual wield, is it one attack with each weapon?
During your attack action, you can make whatever attacks with whichever weapon, and then the offhand weapon which would be designated before you attack, would get the third attack.
And is
With-
that
with-
considered action?
It takes a bonus action to use the third attack, yeah.
Okay, so it wouldn't matter in this case since
Not
I've
in
already
this
used.
round, no.
Okay, so in that case, I'm just going to use the Scorching Solarium to
Make a
slash
charisma check. Okay.
me.
And remind me how your rage feels for Doug.
How it feels?
Yep.
I mean, I don't know how to answer that question. But you wanted me to do a charisma check, correct?
Yes. Like, is Doug's rage an angry rage? A focused? How does it feel? What's the emotion behind it? Does it have emotion?
Yeah, I think it would just be like more of an angry, like, get stuff done.
You know? So you
yeah,
are going to go ahead and attack the Barbatusque, you said?
Yep. With no charisma at all.
True. He did not roll much charisma.
He doesn't believe in himself.
Doesn't believe in himself. That is definitely going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oops.
That was an attack. But hey, we know your second attack hits, so you can roll damage for the first one, and then if it's still alive, you can do the second. Which, it is guaranteed to have at least one hit point. It takes 10 points of damage. So they're 8 points of damage. Not all the way down yet, though.
I think that's
I think this is the bulkiest of all the Barbatusks, actually. Oh, no, there was one that has slightly more health in it. Some rolled really high, some did not. Your first two attacks is you cut down into it, actually wedging the blade into one of its tusks and kicking it away from you.
Actually, can I do a... Actually, I don't think I can.
Yeah, I think you've kind of used your actions at this point.
Because I know there was one that didn't... Yeah, I could do an action surge, but never mind, I'll wait.
Okie doke. This other Barbatusque here is going to, as you all see, another one just kind of wandering out here, starting to move that direction. Well, actually, y'all wouldn't see it, but Anava would.
Turns out it's really a pig farm and just...
Really just a secret pig farm. The Centaur is going to turn around and hiss at you, Gambit, before it attacks you. Make a couple of claw attacks. As it brings down the large scythe-like arms. The first one is going to hit. You take 15 points of damage, almost max. The second claw attack going to miss, and a third claw attack going to hit.
Silvery barbs.
Oh, my bad. I will undo that damage. As the barbs silver, giving it disadvantage. It misses. As the first attack strikes down, you use your R to push it off to the side, and then as it makes two more attacks, you actually slide off and actually slide down the roof a little bit, sliding along the shingles before catching yourself on the edge and turning back toward it as it stabbed down into the roof.
I'll give advantage to Gambit so that Gambit can attack with advantage and then hide.
Gambit, you have guaranteed advantage. John.
Alrighty.
I took
You said that one bird to the southwest is like 20 feet in the air?
Yes. 10 feet higher than you, and 30 feet away. The closest
If I
side is
hit-
25.
If I hit it with like shatter, would that make it fall out of the sky?
It would only really make it fall out of the sky if it did something to grapple or restrain it. I don't know that it would. Would deal damage.
Hold monster. Or hold monster.
Hold monster
Oh.
would. I don't know if you have hold monster, but it would do that.
I do not. I'm gonna do it anyways because it's a lot of damage.
Okie doke.
All right.
As once again, as you pull out your rapier and strike it along the shingles, there is a ripple that seems to almost move across the rooftop and travel toward it. It fails. Roll full damage.
All right, and I'm casting this as a third level spell.
Ooh. Next time you gotta make sure you say that beforehand. But yes.
Oh.
You're good.
Oh, I should have rolled that on the thing, shouldn't I?
You should have, but I can drag it over. 20 points of damage. Pretty good. As it strikes into it as it reels back from the attack.
And then I don't have a bonus action. But I am going to. Is jump a bonus action or is that an action?
Jump, I think, is an action. I accidentally, like, put a reticle on top of this thing, and I don't know how to get rid of it. I don't even know how I did it.
It's a bonus action in Baldur's Gate 3.
Does not require an action in 5e. Alright, I'm gonna jump over.
Oh, just jumping?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you meant, like, the jump spell.
no.
Yeah, you can move, and you should be able to make that jump. Drag your token over, you should be able to.
Oh, I thought I did. Oh,
No, you just made a...
as a little
proper
X.
space. As you run and leap off the edge of one roof, landing onto the other.
Where'd all the light go? Weird.
I don't know, maybe you're seeing through your friend's vision.
I don't know. Half of my screen just went darker than it was. Anyways, that's the end of my action.
You don't? Orbitask 17 is going to move toward this. Make an attack against her. It's going to miss as it comes toward her. She steps off to the side as it strikes into the building next to her. I need to check what that has as well. Oh, fun. That is the only attack it has. Grace is going to turn the dagger over in her hand and stab down at it. It's going to hit. Stabbing down through its skull down as it crumples down onto the ground. That one had already used its Relentless feature. She's going to step out and toward Doug. Shifting the dagger, she will run along and try to cut the edge of the Borbitus, which I don't think has had its Relentless feature yet. So, let's see, how many attacks? You only get 2 attacks. That's unfortunate. She's still going to hit and knock it down to 1 hit point and use its Relentless. Then, let's see, she's not bonus actioned. We move 25, she's going to bonus action disengage. And a step over. Just out of sight. Just out of the edge. Orbitask should not be unconscious and prone, it should just be sad. And it is going to try and attack Doug in front of it. And is going to hit. Dealing a little bit of damage. Dealing 9 total points of damage, a little more than I expected. You know, not too terrible. As it tries to fight back, as you're pushing it back with your sword, it tries to bring up its tusks at you and cut into you.
That should be half.
Sure, the slashing should be halved. Do you add the rage effect to yourself?
I thought, but maybe I just clicked it.
Good, now I've added it, and I will go ahead and reduce the slashing damage from healing you. So you would have only taken 2 slashing damage, so it would have come up to 6 total points. It's its turn. Gambit, you have an auto advantage. Silver barbs if you'd like it. And a lot of places to hide, given all the different houses around. Gambit, you are muted, Jocelyn, if you didn't know.
Honestly, Gambit might be asleep.
Yeah, that sounded like she might be that close to it.
I can't
Um,
find I can't see the map.
Oh, that's not good.
Hold on. Okay.
But you are awake, though.
Ooh.
For now.
For now.
For now. Let's see.
I gave you advantage so you could like sneak attack and then hide.
Advantage. Do they just like keep coming?
Those are the ones that you've
Gotcha.
seen so far, but y'all haven't looked further over toward the wall yet.
Oh.
So who knows if there are more, but these are the ones you see right now. That's super hits.
Super hit. Super Ikun.
That deals damage. You are going to take a tiny bit of acid damage as it dies from the acidic blood. They have you take 1 acid damage.
Never mind.
It's also not technically an attack, so you wouldn't be able to half it, but it's not a lot. So it had come down with its tooth size, stabbing into the house. You'd rolled off and slid down the edge of the roof for a second. You pull out your short sword and sling it toward it, actually throwing it. It stabs into the creature's chest. As a little bit of acid does rain toward you, you're able to easily move off to the side from it. As it screams out and as it turns to ash, you walk back up and your sword falls back into your hand.
Bonus action, hide.
Okie doke. Are you going to move into a different spot or just like next to the tree on the edge of the building?
We know that this one is coming.
The Centaur 15 does seem to be coming your direction.
I'm gonna go over here close to my friends and then hide. Well, that would leave John kind of out there. I'll just stay here.
I mean, you said you were
hide.
going to get closer to your friends, not to John.
Hey, that's
Well,
me.
John is friend.
Took a really long time for that reaction to hit.
I said "aw" immediately, but I was muted.
Ah,
I thought my mic was up, so I went to put it down, and it was actually down.
alright, but Gambit, you can go ahead and hide there, make a stealth check. In the meantime, going to... Why is the barrack so small?
That's really bad.
It didn't roll
Oh,
onto the
and it
screen,
didn't.
so it didn't count. Roll again.
Nice.
It doesn't show up, it doesn't
I'm
count.
gonna. Oh wait, no, there is. Ah, so sad.
15 is still very good. This Terex is going to... Why would it go into melee? Going to fly over here, and down 10 feet, down to be 50 feet above the ground, and the Navo is up 10, and it is going to make 3 tail spine attacks. Oh, Gambit, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Nabo is going to take 18 resist 13 damage from the first spine.
Can you bring a Navo back to me? I'm sorry.
Oh, you accidentally lost him. Fine.
Yeah.
It is making these from range, so it won't take the fire. Gambit, I do.
I was trying to move him, and then somehow I hit X.
That's okay.
Thanks.
Gambit, you can feel
Perfect.
your heart rate increasing as the stress of the as you can feel the stress of the moment. Second tail spine hits, deals 8 reduced to 4 points of damage. Third tail spine is nat 20. It is going to critically hit Anavo, dealing 22 reduced to 13. Let's see, he's still way above half. That is the Terek's turn. Centaur 15 is going to... Oh, what should you do? What should you do? What should you do? You do have your acid. Acid does tend to be the favorite thing of your people. And I guess now as goes time as any, it is going to move over to this, and it does seem to see you, Gambit. It does seem to know where you are before it even sees you. It seems to, as it moves up, already looking at you. And it is going to make an acid spit. Make a dex save. You super succeed and take 0 damage as the acid passes by you as you slide up the roof just a little bit. The acid coats the side of the roof and begins melting down part of the wall. As surprisingly, this thing seemed to know exactly where you were. It's its turn. Anabo. What's Anabo going to do? Well, I guess I should show you from Anabo's perspective, shouldn't I?
It's all good. No, so here's the thing. He's
So
gonna run.
Yep.
He's gonna run and jump, and let's see if I can grab him right. It's not letting me grab him right. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, it's probably just the fire. Let me move the fire for a second. Oh, there we go. He's going.
Anyway, so he's gonna jump because you made him like a jumping super ninja.
Narratively, he jumps, but he would technically have to use a little bit of movement, I think. But yeah. As he narratively jumps from one building to the other, I assume bringing his fist down.
Oh yeah, homeboy is like, listen, fam, we ain't cool like that. Let's see. All right, it just says +6, so I don't know how to roll to attack with him.
Okay, let's see. It should be the touch attack. As you hover over it, the melee weapon attack +6 to hit should glow, and you can roll that. Unfortunately, the first one does miss as he lands. The first one, as he swings down the Centaur shifts out of the way. The second one hits, though, as after the first downward strike, he uppercuts. Because I've made him very jumpin' boxer for some reason. Deals 13 points of damage as he strikes into the arm of the creature. It's also going to light him on fire, yes? Go ahead and
yes,
add the DMG over time.
And then doesn't it take initial damage of it being so close?
No, that's all.
It's only if he
me
goes
or-
into their space.
But yeah, his speed is 50 feet. I theoretically could move into him. So yeah, I'm gonna do that too. And then yeah, I'll do that extra just by moving into him.
Alright, go ahead and roll the additional 1d10 fire from fire form.
Let's go.
As he moves into the ash, shifting around it, burning into the Centaur.
He's loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Imagining the Hulk but on fire.
Yeah.
That's a good way to view it, actually.
Yeah.
Final Borbatesk comes out of the alley.
That's good to know. At least you said final.
I did say final. Other non-final Borbatesk is going to move its full 40 feet and is going to attack Grace.
Ooh, do I get an op attack on him? He went diagonal.
Yeah, he'd go within and out of 5 feet of you. You can attack if you'd like.
Let's go. Let's go.
You would attack first on the off chance you immediately kill it.
And I have advantage too. I forgot.
You do have advantage from silver barbs, so maybe you'll crit. So,
Nope.
As well, still hits, but crit. Deals a bunch of damage. He stays at 1 because of Relentless, because they get the same thing that Wild Boars do, because that made sense.
Half works.
Oddly enough, and this is an interesting thing, no orc creatures in the DMG, as far as I'm aware, have the Relentless ability that half-orcs do. But both wereboars and boars both have the same Relentless ability.
There's a whole like series of videos out there about like make orcs orc again or whatever, and it's all about making them pigs. Anyway, keep going.
I mean, honestly, we're already halfway there with the ability, but it's going to attack her. It is going to miss. I believe she actually has these. Do you have the same or slightly better AC than Gambit of 15? You have the same AC as Gambit at 15. Good for you. Twinsies. That's that. I need to roll a different thing. John, you said you're looking back toward the west or to the east?
He might be muted.
Sorry, was I being talked to?
Yeah, which direction are you looking?
I was looking at the flying bird thing. The Terrace 27.
You'd be able to see out of the side of your eye that, though it is not close enough to interact, you see this much larger creature. Perhaps you could call it huge, even. Rim that most of the party, I think actually the entire party, have yet to see. Where are you? There you are.
Oh no, let me find out. These are all the mooks.
You see this huge ape-like Grim, these various bone plates across its chest and rib bones on its side as it pulls its way on top of this roof. An almost superhero just over the eyes type of skull mask compared to most of the others, which cover a lot more of them. It just kind of covers the eyes as you see this reddish pulsing energy that you'd normally see from their eyes is coming through the skin in part of its shoulder. As you would see one of these.
Venom.
I don't know if that image should be identified. I thought it wasn't, but I guess you can know the name now. Eh. Of course, if I'm even showing you the right image. Did I show you the same? Oh, I have two versions of the same image, that's why. Interesting. Or you know. You already know, it's called a Barangel. Yeah, that's up on the house down there. The larger, looks like it's probably a community house or a series of apartments. Its turn's Thicket.
All right. Let's see here.
A lot can happen in one turn, you know?
Yep.
If you need to electrocute me, you can electrocute me.
Who looks like they're struggling the most, and what enemy looks like the biggest problem besides the big one that we're not fighting currently?
Technically, it's kind of your choice. As for who looks like they're hurt the most, would probably be Gambit or John. The three next to you are all looking pretty good.
Okay. I can hit Terex 27, right?
It's within your cloud, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do that because
Insane.
I don't know how many of us can do ranged stuff and hit big with ranged stuff.
It succeeds. It's going to take half damage. It takes, unfortunately, down to 3 damage. That was not a great roll. It does still take a little bit of damage as the lightning strikes toward it and singes part of its wing as it strikes down onto the house.
That is my turn.
It looks like we're probably not going to take a break because we keep playing for a few more minutes, so if people need to use the restroom or anything, go for it. Derek's 27, though, is going to go ahead and move over the tree, up another 20 feet, and gonna roll a d4 to see who would attack. Actually, why choose one? It's gonna send 1 attack at Gambit, 1 attack at Anavo, and 1 attack at John. Alright, that is a hit on everyone. Deals 13 points of damage to Gambit, 9 to Anavo for reduction, and 13 to John. Because I flat rolled it to everyone, which I guess technically I probably should have rolled them separate, but I didn't. That's hurt a bit as each of you are struck with the tail spines. Not feeling too great. Garant.
Okay. Let's go ahead and move the hex. Brian will now be moved. Let's go ahead and go strength because I feel like Doug has some things to do with that. Let's bring that there, and then let's go ahead and feather. Oh wait, let me just do that for a second. Let me hit advantage and feather of Decim. Okay.
Locally dokily.
Oof. But I got him.
Super hits as you strike down. You pull the spear around, striking back into its head, actually piercing through its mask, striking it into the ground in front of Doug, where it then ashes away out of your spear. Try that.
All right, I'm gonna go over here, up there to help out, so that she can hopefully get that advantage flank and murder him. And that will be my turn.
All right. Let's see. Let's see. She'll go ahead and do. Let's spend that. There is a burst of lightning in the sky past the clouds.
Is it familiar, friendly lightning?
It's lightning piercing
Okay.
across the sky. If you look up toward it, you would see the silhouette of a bird being pierced with the lightning. That's coming from a
friendly
different...
lightning then.
It seems to be friendly lightning. It's hitting a Grim. Terex 22 is going to... Oh, right. This is the Terex that's been hiding. It's going to fly up 20 feet and over. Kaboosh. One more appears. 3 tail spine attacks against Nabo. Miss.
Huzzah.
Hit.
Let's go ahead and
Did you want
drop
to... What was that?
You already rolled damage. Go, that's fine. Go ahead.
Alright, third one. Hits.
Now we'll do the silvery barbs.
It's 60-foot range. Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah, I'll say it's within range. Close enough. Who are you given the advantage to, as it does make it miss, as the 3 barbs, one of them strikes into the Navo, the other 2 strike the ground near him.
I mean, I have to give it to Gambit. Gambit needs to be able to keep dealing sneaks, so.
You feel the magics touch you, Gambit. Doug.
Okay. So again, Doug is just going to initially go up here to this one. He is going to take 1 swipe.
Make the attack. That first attack misses as you're trying to strike against it, as it tries to wriggle around, kind of feeling cornered between the 3 of you.
Could I
Oh,
use? Could
Doug,
I,
die things.
could I use my semblance?
You can go ahead and roll a d8 and mark off the HD as a reactive realignment.
Can I also use a hit die to add to his if necessary?
Typically it's before, but it's not necessary.
Oops, I wasn't meant to heal.
That's okay, I'll fix it.
So does a 17 hit?
17 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Scorching Scenario. That did not go on to it. Let's
Minimum
Click it.
damage, still more than enough, as you come down, cutting into it, cutting the head off, before the rest of the body follows into it.
then I will continue to move the rest of the 20. Let's go here. And then I will attack this one.
Yes, go ahead. Just mentally make sure you still have enough attacks. You do, that hits, roll damage. Deals 12 points of damage as you cut into it, as you stab into its side, and it squeals in pain.
Then I will, as a bonus action. You know what? I haven't used this in a while, and there's a lot of enemies in this space. Well, first of all, what can Doug see from this point?
You can see the Centaur and the 2 Teryxes. Actually, you can see all 3 Teryx.
Okay. And would Doug's Dawn affect any of the call lightning? Or
Dawn
thunder?
should not affect Call Lightning. And it is only allies, yes, or is it everyone?
Or you know what? Actually, let's do this. Let's do daylight. Will daylight affect anything?
What are your spells? Why are those not... Oh, that's why. Daylight does not do damage.
Right, but will it affect the...
No.
Okay, because Doug knows that Gambit has a weapon that is more effective in daylight.
It's true.
And Doug sees Gambit, correct or no?
You would not be able to see Gambit from where you are.
But I know Gambit's like in the area.
Yeah.
So yeah, Doug's just gonna cast daylight in this broad area. And
what are
it's
you
just
casting it on? I believe it focuses on an item. Does it focus on an item or a spot?
it's
From a
split radius.
point.
It spreads out from a point.
Can you
use
point to
within.
me where the point will be?
Yeah, so it's going to be because Doug can see. Let me move my map. But yeah, Doug can see the fire kind of, sort of. So yeah, how do I do a pointer on here? What is it? Selection mode? No. Where is it at?
It is by doing
Oh.
left and right click at the same time. There's
I
also
see.
a ping mode right there.
Actually-
Perfect.
Doug knows that they went over here somewhere, so he's gonna put it here.
Ladouche.
Yeah. So Doug's gonna yell out, it's like, Gambit, I hope this helps wherever you are.
It's now like the pulse is a bit odd. How if I make the pulse? Like, it's a neat effect. As the light moves in and out. All right. Is that it?
Yes.
Warp Tusk 5 is going to kind of start moving that direction, realizing that he's far away from anything interesting happening. Going to try to attack Nava from the ground and do nothing. John.
I am. Is that the Terex nearest to me is in the air, correct? Hello.
Sorry. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to use a hero point. And shoot my short bow at it. How do I do the? Do I have to roll them separately?
What do you mean?
How do I use a hero point?
So there should be an effect on your actions tab.
Okay.
Under the hero point thing.
Yeah.
There's a magnifying glass on the right that when you open it has an attack check, save 1d4 on your next roll. You can go ahead and add that to you and then roll whatever your thing is and I'll add it to it.
Oh, add it to me, like drag it onto me, or?
You clicked on it and already added. So now you're good to roll whatever you got to do.
Okay. So then we're gonna roll this guy onto him. Okay. Ooh, I think I hit it.
Hits. Super hits.
Yeah. So he's gonna take a measly 1d6 plus 2.
Reduced to 3. The arrow does thud into it, but it hardly seems to notice.
Reduced?
Yeah, it seems they have resistance to non-magical damage.
That's annoying. Okay. How
You
badly
now suddenly understand why Garon spent a whole bunch of money to make sure that Doug had an awesome bow.
I guess.
Well,
Which Doug forgot to pick it up as he was going over to the other.
the the bow is right here.
So he's gonna yell out,
What?
Alright, I guess the next one is gonna go into that Centaur.
Grace is not strong enough to wield it. Alright.
I don't.
Deal 18, that does hit. It is also
Okay.
going to resist it, but... Okay.
Oh, wonderful. That's kind of
7 reduced to 3, that's the thing Grim have.
Oh.
No. The party
Yeah, that-
being, deals 3 total points.
Alright,
You're learning. You're part of the group now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You realized why everyone hates my monsters.
Am I gonna take fall damage if I jump down from this roof?
No, not that. You're not far enough up for that.
Okay. I'm gonna go... Yeah. I'm gonna go down and, like, back over here.
You scoot past the tree and back behind it. Out of sight of the Terex. And most everything
Yeah.
else.
And use my bonus action to take a potion of healing.
Fair enough. Grace, she is going to hop up onto the barrels back here. As you feel she focuses the arrow, basically and narratively she's going to hide, but then steady her crossbow. She pulls out a crossbow, steadies it on your shoulder for a second, Garon. Or probably closer to like, yeah, on your shoulder for a second as you see it set next to you. Let's do that, and then she also needs to make a wisdom save because she is within range.
Hey, listen, I don't really know who you are, and you look kind of cute like that, but thanks for helping. All right, glad you're here. Please don't hurt me.
Advantage, Terex 27.
Ron just casually hitting on the ninja next to him.
Yep, that's what he just said. It's true.
And she just casually uses him as like a brace.
Yeah, I mean, like he showed the picture. She looks cute. I mean, you know, you can't really see all of her, but you know, she, as was well described, she's basically Peach in a ninja outfit. Which I mean, Peach is cute.
Only deals 11 points of damage with the initial. It's got a con save against poison, which it's going to resist as well, but that's alright, because unfortunately her crossbow is not magic. It does fail, it's going to take the full, and then I believe reduced. Oh, it doesn't reduce poison damage. It's going to take a full 18 poison damage as the arrow strikes up. That's sweet, darling, but I'm already interested in someone. Speaking of which, Gambit. Gambit.
Are you
Jocelyn.
asleep?
I summon you!
I think Gambit has hidden from the DM.
Yep, it's hidden so much that the DM can't see it.
Jocelyn, you're muted if you didn't know. She might actually be asleep at this point.
It's possible.
Abby!
Abby! Abby! Jocelyn! Jocelyn!
That's a throwback. Jocelyn, hello,
Alright, who do y'all want Jocelyn to attack? Has advantage. Radiant Scimitar is going to get a Radiant bonus.
Oh, Radiant bonus is good. I guess help Anavo, because Anavo could do stuff maybe, so jump across.
Alright, go ahead and handle that Scimitar. Throw the Radiant back on. Didn't have it previously because it was nighttime, but now it does.
Are the wings still active for Gambit?
That's a fair point. Wings are active, and I believe Gambit has advantage from... whatchamajigger. Is that right? From Silver Barbs?
Also, I think Gambit's hidden, right?
No. While they did roll in the stealth check, Gambit is beginning to realize that it seems sometimes Rin can seem to sense you, even if they can't normally see you.
Yeah, but either way, has advantage from
Has
me,
advantage,
yes.
and that's a fair point. I think it would make sense for Gambit to fly up and stab the Terex. What do y'all think?
Sounds.
The
Let's go. Yeah, go get it.
bat-like wings flap, and then EDV and Scimitar. Gambit.
Miss.
That's a miss.
That's sad.
Oh, that's tough.
Doug just looks up as Gambit does this and is like, "Yup, typical Gambit."
Oops. And then Gambit is going to bonus action, disengage, and get 30 feet away. His flying wing speed.
You're abandoning me.
Gambit couldn't even see you anymore. You're hidden behind a tree for her. Him.
That's true.
Speaking of Terex, where's Terex 14? There it is. It's going to fly this way. Fly up. That's going to be there. It's actually going to attack first and then fly up. It's going to go ahead and start by attacking Anavo. With 3 tail spines, because that's how it do. That is a hit. Partially resisted, takes 10 points of damage. Another one, that one misses. 3rd tail spine. And that's going to hit. 16 reduced to 10, so 20 points of damage total to Anavo. It is then going to fly up 30 feet, to the point where it is almost in the cloud that is created by Thicket Storm. Then Star 15 is going to take some fire damage and die. As the fire damage from Anavo consumes the Centaur.
Let's
Speaking of
go.
which, it's his turn now.
All right.
I'm gonna throw fireballs at these.
Unfortunately, he can't throw fireballs.
But he has a wild movement. Is anything within 50 feet?
So let's see. Within 50 feet, can't get all the way to the Barangel. There's the Borbertusk down there. He could stand here and attack the Terex because the Terex is only 10 feet up. So he could actually, lean off the edge of the...
No. I'm going to do some, crazy shenanigans, my dude.
Okay.
Because since we have people sleeping, Anavo wants to jump on the back of that Terex and just hug the heck out of him. He says, "You know what? You look like my bestie. Let's do this, bro."
All right, so that one is too high. That one is 80 feet in the air. That one's 70 feet above him.
Okay, but this one?
That one he could get to, yeah. So go ahead and make a grapple attack.
So here's the cool thing about grapple. I'm gonna let y'all know this now. Grapple, you can use acrobatics against their athletics. So
really, I thought it was only athletics. I mean, either way for him, they're pretty similar. So an 11, not amazing, but I don't think it has amazing stuff either. It is going to roll a total of 8 as he is now grappled onto it. Go ahead and roll the fire damage and the DM and the damage over time effect, because just being next to him does cause you to light on fire.
Yeah.
And then you can still make the second attack if you'd like.
And does it fall down in this case?
Well, that's no. I don't think so. I'm gonna say that he probably doesn't weigh much on account of being fire.
But since I have him grappled, that means he's restrained, so I have advantage.
Grappling doesn't mean restrained. Grapple is like the low-level version. No, restrained means grapple, but grapple doesn't necessarily mean restrained.
Okay.
Grapple is baby restrained. That just reduces.
All right.
Grapple
Well, jump
speed.
to action, so I swing into attacks, so that second attack still hits. Yes.
I'm remembering something else about grapple though. Grapple. Okay, so the speed becomes 0, which means while he's not going to be restrained, you are both going to fall to the ground, and he can't fly right now. Because Anavo's holding him.
So do I get the one attack on him or no?
Altitude?
You did make the attack, but it would not have hit. Because you would not get advantage. It would weigh him down, if only because the grapple is holding the wings.
I still will do this. Start of his turn? Alright, good deal.
Take damage on his turn.
Which
one? He is that one. That's Anavo. Borbertusk is going to attack Doug next to him. Probably going to miss. Oh, it's going to hit. Look at that. Take a little bit of damage. 3 points of damage. Partially resisted the damage. That's the Borbertusk. Yeah?
I forget. I know this isn't going to matter for the last few times I've been hit because I've been being the rolls against me have been higher than 17. But when I pulled out my Solarium, I also pulled out the shield, so the AC should go up to 17.
That would have been the next turn, but it has been turned since then. So yeah, you can go ahead and you should be able to equip the shield on your inventory, and it should automatically increase the AC. The Barangel is going to reach down to its side and pull a part of the roof up. And though he will have disadvantage from the range, he is going to throw it at Anavo. As he rocket throws part of the roof, he drops a nat 20, but does still hit. Take that up to damage. You are going to resist. Takes 22 reduced to 11. As an entire portion of this roof swings by him, and Anavo, it goes through Anavo, passing through the ash that reforms back together, though it does look like he's having a harder time holding his form at this point. as the roof smashes into the wall, into the barrels behind him, causing things to light on fire. That's the Barangel Thicket.
All right. Let's
I just want to point out that theoretically they might be within 5 feet of each other.
I'm going to say because it's lightning striking down, yes. Even though technically they're 80 feet away from each other. Because of vertical space. But since it's lightning coming down from the sky, I'm going to say everything... It's more of like a cylinder.
Are we talking about
Here.
Tarek's 14 and 22?
Yeah, if you wanted to, but wherever you'd like, whatever you'd like. You don't even have to cast that spell if you don't want to.
Yeah, let's do that.
There is a lot of
Just to have
sunlight
it up,
coming
right?
from right here, though. Yeah, you can just...
What do you mean there's a lot of sunlight?
There... Doug cast the daylight spell, so there is legitimately just a beam of sunlight radiating out from there for 120 total feet.
Now all we need is snow, and we'll have the perfect, confusion of weather.
Exactly. Then you just need to get it to rain at the same time. One fails, one succeeds. Failure's going to take total the 12 reduced down to 6 for the failure and 12 for the other one. I believe the failure was 22, so the one that Anava is holding is just getting beat up on a little bit more. Yeah. Alrighty, that's Thicket's action. Movement bonus. Anything else?
I don't think I need to move. I'm just gonna stay here.
Alright, Tarek's 27 is going to look around, realize they can't necessarily see people, but I do need John to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
You are sufficiently maintaining your emotional state to where they cannot sense you. And so it is going to move down 10 feet and fly over here a little bit, so now it's 30 feet in the air. But it's just close enough to be able to attack Doug with the tail spines. Do you have your AC increased by shield? I hope so. Yes, your AC is sufficiently increased. First attack is going to be a hit, unfortunately.
But it's reduced.
Yes, it is partially resisted from 12 down to 8. Second attack is a miss, and the third tail spine is a hit. $15 reduced down to 11. Y'all see Doug's aura flash. Garant.
Jack, you had to say something about TPK.
All right. Let's move my hex.
Okie
We're going to now brine this guy. There we go. Because I want him to not be able to see anybody who might be trying to sneak attack him. Where even is Gambit? Whatever. All right, Thug Life.
40
Anyway,
feet above you right now.
all right, let's go. Eldritch Blast the first, and let's go Eldritch Blast the second.
Both hit. Roll damage on both. The first one deals 8 points of damage, still damaged, and the second one deals
There it is.
16 points of damage, dealing quite a bit more as it strikes into it, dealing a very solid amount of damage, very respectable.
And then I will move yonder.
Can you grab my bow?
Yeah, I can grab it along the way. Wait. Where was it? Let me go back. Where was it?
It was like 5 feet to your southeast.
So if I go here, could I grab it?
Yeah, sure.
And then I can bring it over to him? and like drop it there.
Sure.
All right, and then right there, that's my 30.
Let's see.
right.
Who are the most intelligent people in the party?
Probably me by now, because 18 after that fun game.
Yeah, so it is you. So y'all would hear a large scream. Not necessarily like in pain, but almost angry. And for Garan in particular, it seems to like kind of make your head hurt for a moment before it fades.
Do I get the sense that it is Decim?
No.
Okay.
Doesn't feel like Decim, but it definitely felt psychic.
Okay.
Terex 22 is going to take pain, and then is going to bite and claw at a Navo that's holding up to him.
Okay.
So let's see. Bite attack. Bonk. Is going to miss as he's trying to claw into him, failing to really hit him. And then claw attack hits.
Disadvantage that, please.
Yeah, you can see it, so that works. Who are you going to give advantage?
I will give it to where's Gambit? Can I see Gambit? Is he underneath the flying?
You can see Gambit. He would be just within 60 feet of you, so you should be able to give it to him.
All right, I'll give it to Gambit then.
All right. The second, the attack still does hit. Rolled the same thing, unfortunately.
All right. Well, this is a ranged one, right?
No, it's melee, so it's going to take extra damage. Deals 12 reduced to 7. Go ahead and roll the damage against him. And he's going to make his last.
Did he take damage on his turn?
He did. He took 1d10 damage, which was 2 damage. From being lit to flame. And then
let's
another
go!
10 fire damage bursts out against him as it screams. Which Grims do seem to almost react to pain, but they react to pain when it happens, but then they don't even react to like limbs that are ripped off afterwards.
Okay.
Which gives an interesting combination of pain, but also not. The last claw attack does unfortunately hit. This might be an Avo. He's still there. How are you hanging on? You have 1 health. Exactly 1 health left, and it deals an additional 4 points of fire damage. So.
Okay. Doug will...
And I'm healing him.
Doug will just go ahead and attack the...
Orbitus?
Yep. Since he can. And while it's there... Although he had wished it was gone, but it's not.
Nat 20.
But it might be, but we'll see. Okay, this dice does not want to cooperate.
They do that sometimes. That deals 16 points of damage, which I'm going to say because it is a crit, it's going to bypass the Relentless as you bring down the sword, stabbing through its back, piercing it into the ground.
Okay,
Like
so does that Terrace take fire damage upon the beginning of its turn?
The one, it's all the way over here, but it does.
Okay, so for some reason, for some reason unknown, Doug knows that one's life is short-lived. So he's just going to like reach down to grab the bow beside him.
I'd say you'd be able to stow the Solarium and grab the bow pretty easily. But you'd probably have to drop the shield on the ground.
Correct. And then could I shoot up or no?
Yes.
27.
Yes.
It's going to be a normal arrow. Where is it? There it is.
Delete. That hits.
Wait, why is it doing? Is it 2d6 plus 3?
It's
Why is it?
2d6 plus 1d6 cold.
Okay. Well, that's great.
Deals. Ooh, that's the worst possible roll. Deals 6 total points.
Yikes.
I can't use luck to re-roll damage, can I?
Nope. Be nice, but no.
In that case, that was my attacks. I guess I'm going to bonus action surge, or not action surge, second wind.
Go ahead and heal yourself up. In the meantime, Borbatus 5 is going to run out into the open. And how far does rolling charge have to be? It has to be 20 feet. So it's not going to get rolling charge, but it is going to make a tusk attack against Garand. And it's going to miss. Alright, you heal 8. He misses. John. We can go a little bit longer, and then we may stop mid-fight and finish it up next time. Because I don't want to keep us going too late, especially with some people already feeling real tired.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sweepies.
That's okay. We'll probably finish this round and then leave whatever's left after.
I'm going to.
You're a little quiet. You're away from Microsoft.
Sorry. I'm going to ethereal step
Mhm.
and move over there.
Alright, let me double check, but I believe that does stay until the end of your next turn. So if you want to take
Yep.
actions before you do so, you can, but it will.
Well, that is the action.
Is it an action? I
Thank-
thought ethereal step was
as an action. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is an action.
I guess so.
And I don't have any bonus actions to take, so that's my action.
Fair enough. How is John feeling?
You could Bardic Inspire.
Not well. What do you mean, Bardic? Oh, Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah, but you're not really within sight of anyone at that point.
I'm not, and I'm in a different dimension. So
Yeah, you're now
really not-
temporarily in a different dimension. Back to Grace. She is going to. Yep, the edge of the house here. Still within range. Gonna hide and then attack the Terex. Well spoken. Do. Del. That is high. Wisdom saving throw. It is high enough. And then attack. That's a miss. Oh, wait, no, she has advantage. Almost forgot. And still missed. Okay, well, when you drop a 2 and take a 2, it's all you got. As the arrow flies, or the crossbow bolt flies wide. Dyselin, are you alive? If not, what would you like Gambit to do? Gambit go after the Terex or a different person?
The Terex above him, like, can he range? Doesn't he have advantage on this? Like, just
You did
attack
give
it?
him straight advantage, so yeah. Flies in dramatically. Radiant Scimitar still gets the bonus. That should have had advantage, so we're going to go for the crit, but it does hit regardless. And it's not a crit, but hey, it hits. Go ahead and pop. Snack attack. Bonk. And then a Radiant Scimitar. Take some damage.
Ooh,
As flying past, Gambit swings by holding the Radiant Scimitar in his left hand, backhanding it. Flies past over the back of the Terex, slicing along the edge of its head. As it falls and its head kind of hangs off the top of the building for a few moments before it begins to ash away.
Beautiful.
And that it was going to be 25. So get another 55 here. We're gonna go here, 45 feet, and then up 10. Eric's 14 is going to look around closest person to it, because it's up 80 feet at this point. I'll roll a d6 to see which potential person it goes after. It is going to fly down, dropping down 40 feet, then make tailspine attacks against Anava. First one definitely hits.
Woo!
Anavo, you did great. This is the first time that you've been actually knocked down. The tailspine flies through. Finally, as he's wrestling down this other Terex, his ashen form does finally break apart and is no longer held together by the magic.
Good job, buddy.
I mean, he soaked, not including resisted damage, 100 damage for y'all. So that's pretty great. And then it's going to turn and disadvantage attack Gambit with the other two tailspines. Miss. Miss. 2 misses. All right. The Barangel. What's your range on that attack? 100. You see anything else? No, not really. It is going to kind of climb and leap down, crushing the barrels beneath it as it lands.
Donkey Kong breaking barrels makes sense.
And Thicket.
All right, who am I hitting this time with Call Lightning?
A whole lot of your decision.
You can hit 22 and 14 Terex. You can still hit both of them.
There is a Barangel that is, for size reference, is tall enough that you can see him over the buildings.
How fast is the Barangel moving? Is it moving?
You saw him move 35 feet a second ago. Let's see. I want to see.
Where's it headed?
It seemed to be heading y'all's direction, generally.
Okay.
How do I go down?
You let gravity take hold.
I'm at like
That's
into 3D view.
I'm gonna hit the Terexes again with Call Lightning.
Fair enough. Camera view is wild, man. Weird. One nat ones. The other succeeds.
Any chance that nat one takes double?
Good
No,
roll.
that's not how that works.
Woo!
Alright, deal a total of 17 points of damage. If we count both together, you deal a total of 25 between the two of them. Any other things on your turns, or are you going to keep calling lightning from behind a tree?
I'm gonna keep calling lightning behind a tree.
It's a really effective strategy. Go on.
Alright, let's move Hex. We'll go right there.
I thought you said 22 only had like 1 hit point left.
No, that was a Navo.
Oh.
He lived on 1. That hits. Roll damage. That deals not great. Deals 9 points of damage as you stab into it.
So bad.
You don't have a second attack yet, do you?
Nope. Alright, but I'm gonna move over here, and I'll be like, hey, Doug, if you're not shooting the arrows, get me in flank, and if you are shooting the arrows, please take out that monstrous gorilla. I'm done.
There are also flyers, which is half the reason you bought it. Alright. And I think on that, we'll wait for next time to continue. Just so we can make sure everyone gets a good amount of rest and everything for the evening. We'll cool off there. We're a good way through the fight. It will likely, and by likely I mean is exceedingly likely to end within the first half of next session. Giving some time for roleplay, anything after that, so I think now's a good time.
So we evolved during this fight, right? And now Thick can fly.
Like that
Let's see. That's a question. I mean, it makes sense for me to go ahead and stow the XP for next time. I don't know.
I mean, it does make.
But here's the thing, right? Do we get some kind of RP XP or like some bonus XP?
Why can't we evolve mid or like level up mid fight? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, like Pokemon.
This is the longest amount of time that Thicket has had Call Lightning up without it getting taken down.
This is
That's
true.
fair.
There's got to be some sort of achievement for that.
How about
hitting
hitting
on its
40?
spell for five or more than half of its length?
How about hitting over 40 on a performance? Is that some RP XP?
I mean, that's what got. I think I gave you RP XP for that last time.
How about new experience for seeing a new Grim?
That's going to be in the experience you get from the fight.
How about
to be
increasing our
fair,
Grim?
when y'all get it, it's a hefty chunk. And I want to remind you, even if I give you XP now, the way I tend to run it is that, unless there's a narrative reason, which, you know, knowing me, I tend to do, typically, level up effects don't occur until after a long rest.
Yeah, but we got some inspiration from Lady Sasha as she flew overhead, and then I think evolving.
Are you trying to talk me out of it or into it? I can't really tell. We'll figure out XP stuff, but I'm gonna go ahead and end the YouTube recording here, not to keep it going too long, let people leave when they need to. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out, YouTube people. We appreciate you. Hope you have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Hey.